All right, so I saw this story and I wanted to check up on it, and yeah, absolutely, it is true. They did indeed find 100 dead bodies in an unrefrigerated truck outside of a Brooklyn funeral home, and neighbors had been seeing, and this is the worst part, smelling it for months. Not months, I'm sorry, weeks. Ugh. Holy crap. All right, so from Daily Mail and Eyewitness News 7 and several different places, cops discover up to 100 decomposing bodies in U-Haul trucks outside a Brooklyn funeral home after neighbors complained they could smell death and that corpses had been mounting up for weeks. It was two U-Haul trucks. Each U-Haul truck had 50 bodies in it. Uh, the city said, yeah, there was no reason for this funeral home to do that since they had already procured refrigerated trucks to hold the bodies in. But, ugh. Nasty. Police discovered 100 bodies stacked in unrefrigerated trucks outside a funeral home in Brooklyn Wednesday after police responded to 911 complaints from neighbors who had been complaining for weeks about the smell. So why did it take, if the neighbors had been complaining for weeks about the smell, why did it take the police weeks to respond? You know, I mean, I know how the 911 operator is hearing it. Hey, 911, there's a funeral home and they're throwing bodies in these trucks. And then the 911 operator is probably like, yeah, it's a funeral home. What do you want? But, I mean, you got to figure one of the callers had to have said, hey, it's a U-Haul truck. It's not refrigerated and it stinks. And you would think that they would get the hint by then, but I know. Crazy times, crazy times, crazy times. The authorities found two unrefrigerated U-Haul trucks being used to store the bodies outside of Andrew T. Cleckley Funeral Home in Flatlands after neighbors filmed body bags being dragged into them in recent days. I say something from a horror movie, man. Like, each night you see someone coming out with a body bag and they throw them in and then another one and another one and another one. You keep calling the cops and they're not responding, they're not responding, they're not responding. Oh, my Lord. Oh, there were as many as 50 corpses being stored in each truck, according to ABC News, as the facility struggled to keep up with the overwhelming surge of bodies due to the coronavirus outbreak. The police found the bodies in various stages of decomposition. Well, yeah, obviously, because they had been put there at different times. The owner told city officials that its freezer had stopped working, and they were forced to use the trucks as storage while bodies awaited burial or cremation. Now, on the other news source, it was saying, let me see if we can find it. Uh, this funeral home is overcapacitated with human remains, and that is true. Yeah, I would say so. But the city did say that there was no reason for them to use U-Hauls because they had gotten the proper trucks that they needed to help out with funeral homes and the deceased and hold them until the proper steps could be taken. That's a hell of a thing. I mean, I don't know. Like, could you imagine being a loved one and their bodies were in one of these trucks and good God. Good God. I could see multiple lawsuits ensuing. I really could. I mean, this is just this is the most this is bizarre. You know, we've been acting like absolute complete idiots and fools through this whole thing, so, you know, why not? Why not the funeral homes act like fools and idiots too? Anyways, that's what I got for you on this one. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one.